Hello there. You're about to watch an amazing interview I've recently finished with Sam Jimison. At the very beginning of her 60-day success program, I gave her an indication as to where I thought she'd end up. She didn't believe me. In this interview, she reveals that she's not only achieved that, but much more. Enjoy.
Really excited today. I'm joined by Sam Jimison, who has just finished the 60-day success program. Welcome, Sam.
Hello.
Hello. Before we get into how the last 3 months have gone for you, I know that people who will be listening, will be watching, will want to know what you do so they can have an idea of why you've decided to make some change in your life. Can you let the people know what you do?
Yep, I am classed as a professional horse producer. I produce horses for all disciplines, so it's really important that I am really fit, really healthy, and sharp enough to do my job.
Fantastic. How many years have you been in the industry? Is it forever?
Oh, forever. Literally, I don't remember not riding. Probably more sort of the last 10 years on the level I do it now.
Yeah. In terms of creating a business surrounding something that started out as a hobby, I guess.
Yeah, I always had horses to sort of produce and sell, like you say, probably more as a hobby, and then it has grown into a business, and we're quite in demand now. And every year I say, oh, it's gonna slow down, I'm not gonna be quite as fashionable, and yeah, every year we end up with 5 more horses or 5 more new clients, and that's just that can be in a 6-month period, which is for us it's quite a lot to take on, really. We just seem to be expanding.
That's fantastic. So a lot of the time people think about their health when they're at a point where they want to lose weight, or they realize they're not exercising much. But knowing more about you guys in your industry, in the horse industry, you are always on the go. It's 7 days a week. It's almost 24 hours a day thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's maybe an external expectation that you're going to be absolutely on point with everything. So let us know why you decided or what triggered your thoughts for making some changes to your lifestyle.
I think first and foremost was I knew I wasn't as fit or as sharp as I wanted to be. I've never been a fat person, and I've always been really, really active. Friends actually call me a machine because I literally go so many hours a day, and they're like, you don't seem to get tired. But I knew I had some unhealthy options, and I knew that my get up and go was suffering because of it. I'd started to resent the job, is probably too strong a way to put it, but I was thinking, oh God, what have I got to do tomorrow? It was becoming difficult, and I didn't want it to be difficult. I wanted to continue to enjoy it. I'd got to a stage where I was like, oh, can I progress further? Can I do more? I was struggling in my own way, even though I knew to the outside world I wasn't. Everybody was still like, oh, she's carrying on, she's still winning prizes. My image, it's only when I look back now at the pictures that I think, oh my God, like, whoa, you shouldn't have looked like that. But I think it's because I've never looked like I look now, because I've never looked after myself like I look after myself now.
Absolutely.
It's quite a big deal. You don't, as I've gone through the program, I've thought, oh gosh, like I really wasn't fit. I really wasn't up to scratch. I wasn't where I should be.
Absolutely. Do you think being in your industry, and I think it reflects on a lot of women who are running a business or working, but also have a family to look after, young children, and I know you've got a little boy. Do you feel like there was a sense that you weren't prioritizing yourself enough and you were prioritizing work, or what do you think the relationship was looking back now?
I think I just didn't know, to be really honest. As I've gone through the program, prioritizing myself has not been difficult.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just been being organized, and making sure, right, that's ready, I've done that. I don't find the organization, or I haven't found the organization side of it really, really difficult. I think I genuinely lacked the information and the support of someone who had the information to say, well, actually do that, like that, or eat that, try that. That's definitely been my biggest boost as we've gone through.
Yeah, absolutely. So having the information now, or having the information early on, because it seems like longer than 3 months, but it has been a really short period of time that we've created some change. And we'll talk about how you've created that change and what you're experiencing in a second. What was some of the, if I call them quick wins, or what did you notice was happening quick in the early stages for you?
Definitely looking in the mirror, which I can't stress enough that looking in the mirror prior to the program wasn't awful for me. Looking at my photos, don't get me wrong, sometimes I was like, that's a bad angle. Whereas now I don't really think about that. But definitely the energy and the positivity, definitely the energy and the positivity. And everybody said my patience was better. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They were quick wins. And then I think, like, for a long time, I've really struggled with my posture, which obviously, as we've gone through, has been a big deal to me. So I've always sort of fought with keeping my straightness. How do I do this? How do I do that? And I have had help along the way, but I can't believe the difference the program's made, and the exercises, and obviously the nutrition as well, in straightening myself up. That has been a massive, massive deal. And, from some of my injuries, you'd get the aches and pains on the night after you'd finished a hard day, and I don't really get them anymore. And I just think, wow.
Yeah.
They've gone.
Yeah, absolutely. So are you saying you have more energy all the way through the day? What's the...
Oh God, like more energy all day. I think I sleep better. The energy one's a weird one, because literally I just don't get that. I used to get to dinner time and think, oh my God, I'm starving. Am I starving? Am I tired? Do I need to sit down? Do I need to stop? Sometimes it was almost, to be honest, like a boredom. Whereas now, literally, just the positivity and the energy, yep, I can keep going all day. The day's not long anymore.
Yeah. So are you getting knowledge in terms of, let's link the knowledge with your energy. What knowledge has helped you create that energy? Has it come from your mindfulness, the food, the exercise you're doing? Where do you think it's come from?
All of it. The organization is a big part. I think when I first opened the nutrition booklet and I looked at it and I was like, oh wow, yeah, okay, we'll give this a go. But then once I actually, the first day of like making the green smoothie and thinking, oh God, have I got to drink that? Now it's a staple part of my diet. It's lunch every day when I'm on the yard, because you know what? It's really easy to make in the morning. It's really easy to store and keep cold. And the energy and the fillingness it gives me when I have it. So I think it's just that before I might grab something for breakfast and a cup of tea, 2 sugars, maybe 2 cups of tea and a cup of coffee. So I think, like, in the beginning, the organisation was like a breath of fresh air for me, because it kind of told me what to do. You will do that at that time, and you will do that at that time. Some people I know don't like that, but actually, because that's my life organising for everyone else, it was so nice to have somebody organise for me. Yeah. So yeah, it's been really, really easy to follow. And then I think because I've followed the nutrition, I've found the energy better, and then the exercise is just, being the extra fitness probably that I really, really lacked. So I think it's all of it. I think it's what it's taught me is it's all really, really important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So would you say you're eating more than you did before?
Oh wow, yes, absolutely. Like people now go, oh my god, you've lost so much weight, da da da. And you know when you're like, but I eat so much. They talk to me like I eat nothing, and I'm like, you do not understand how much I actually eat. Like the portion sizes are massive, but do you know what? You feel so much better for doing it. um and you know it was weird at first, like thinking, right, I'm going to stop for half an hour and have lunch,
Yeah.
and it seemed like such an inconvenience, but you know what, I just factored that into maybe giving someone a lesson or stopping to have a chat with somebody. Now it's normal. Now, I mean, I do get some weird looks when I come out with my big green smoothie for my dinner. You can see people thinking, what the hell is she drinking? But you know, when you're like, if they wanted to know, they could ask me. Some people do ask me. Some people scowl. Some people are interested. Quite frankly, I don't care.
Yeah.
If they look like I look now and they were as happy with what they were doing as I am, yeah, fine, criticize. Right now, you're not in a place to criticize.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody comes, particularly with nutrition, everyone comes with their own ideas of what they think
Yeah.
works. And they'll be very keen to try and tell you that you should be doing what they're doing, even though you can see that what they're doing isn't really helping them to an extent.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I drink my smoothie at say, you know, I factor it into my day between 2:30. So, you know, I'm not anal about what time, but I do like to have it at that time. And then my body's telling me I want it at that time. And that keeps me going right till tea time. And I don't have any, I need a snack, I need a cup of tea, or, you know, I've completely cut tea out of my life other than the green tea. And people are like, oh my god, you drink green tea? And it's like, well, yeah, but to be fair, in the beginning I wanted it because I think it was a habit, whereas now I'm quite happy to go to my water.
Yeah.
It's really weird how in the beginning you want to try everything on the menu, let's say, and you do, and it's fine and it helps and it tastes good, but like now I completely, I mean, I'm not going to lie, on the days when I'm working, I do go for the easiest because it's the easiest option to make in the morning. I factor in 40 minutes in the morning to get everything ready for my day. And yeah, I go for the easiest and what works. But it fits into my life, so I like it.
Absolutely. So it's really important to, if people are watching, to help them understand. Initially, you talked about it, almost me leading you by the hand and saying, eat this, then eat that, then do this.
Yeah.
So over the weeks and over the months, you've created your own interpretation of what's important to make it fit in with your life. It sounds like that's what you're saying. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's a really important factor in the program, is obviously one day and it comes really, really quickly. You know, suddenly you're technically not in the program anymore. And I found that from day one, I wanted to follow it and I wanted to try everything to see what worked. And even now I still go back to the original meal plans just to think, oh, I really enjoyed that, so we'll have that for tea tonight. But ultimately I think people have got to work out which bits work for them, so that then put that meal together. Or there might be something in one of your meal plans that you think, oh, I really, really enjoy that, like I really like that fish, but I perhaps didn't like the side that went with it. Well, try it with something else, because you might make something that actually you want to eat every single day, so then it makes you eat healthy because it's something you're looking forward to.
Absolutely. So in terms of, where would you put the importance of things for you? So we talk about in the program nutrition, we talk about mindfulness, and that includes knowledge, I guess, and how you view yourself and the importance of those things, and exercise. So we've got nutrition, exercise, and your mindfulness. Where would you put those for you in terms of importance? 1, 2, and 3.
For me personally, only because I'm quite strong-minded, and you know, I was a little bit, I am a gung-ho person. I go into something really, really headstrong. So for me, definitely the nutrition first, because if I feel good, then I keep going and I stay really positive. The exercise and the mindfulness, I think, go hand in hand for me, because exercise is not something that comes particularly naturally. Even in my job that I do, because I'm always on the go, people think, oh yeah, she'll definitely be really fit or whatever. I'm not, and I knew I wasn't when I started the program. So those two go together,
Yeah.
I think, me. But I think what I've noted as I've gone through is, I think for a lot of people, I think the mindfulness needs to come first. And that's from me speaking to people out and about, just about what I've done, because actually it doesn't go in the head first, so then they can't put it in the mouth, it's not going in the head. But I've found the nutrition and having that plan definitely gave me a plan and kept me really, really positive about things, and then everything else just fitted in.
Yeah, fantastic. So you mentioned about your photos a little bit a few minutes back. When you look at your photos of yourself now, how do you feel compared to or looking in the mirror at your reflection, how do you feel now?
I still am amazed and just wow, to be honest, because like I say, I don't think I was a majorly big fat chubby person. I wouldn't have thought twice about chucking a bikini on holiday, on a hot day. We were quite happy to ride the horses in a bikini top. And now I'm just like, whoa, as if I looked like that. I've got a whole new wardrobe, which I didn't even think I needed. And yeah, just like riding on the videos, on the pictures and stuff like that. Yeah, I just do look so much better. I look a lot healthier, I look a lot fitter, and I think I look a lot stronger.
Yeah.
It's quite, that's been a weird one for me, because like I say, it wasn't my be all and end all when I started the program.
Yeah.
That's been a really, really good bonus for me. But a massive push. Every time you look in the mirror, you want to say, for example, well, I've never really suffered with it, but you think, shall I have a piece of chocolate cake? To be honest, I have the chocolate cake and I balance it out now through what you've taught me, so that it doesn't worry me. Like I think it would worry some, but at the same time, you can look in the mirror and it inspires you. Yep, I've got to keep going. Say I'm doing one of the HIIT classes and it's like really, really hard, but you look in the mirror and think, no, keep going. It's working. Your posture, your straightness, you toned, do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So you mentioned a little bit about you having more energy all the way through the day.
Yeah.
How has it impacted on your business then, and the people you see that are around you?
I think they probably just find me easier to deal with later on in the day. You get to the end of the day and you're dragging your feet, and it's hard work. There's no two ways about it. And I think, then you'd get home, probably more the home life, and you'd get home and you'd want to have something to eat quick, and you'd be really tired and really grumpy. Whereas now I actually do, I am. I'm much more positive, and you can come home, cook tea, let's carry on. I don't think I'm as snappy because I'm not tired.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably the main bit of having the extra energy with horses. You can't just say, oh, I'm finishing at 5 o'clock. If I've got to be there till 8, I've got to be there. Whereas previously I'd have probably been like, oh my God, I really need to go home. Whereas now I'm more like, no, I can push on through. Yeah, it's much easier.
Fantastic, amazing. It's been an absolute pleasure over the last 3 months, Sam, working with you. So basically, you're eating more, you have more energy, you're sleeping better, you're a happier person to be around by your own admission.
Yes.
So how do you see yourself moving forwards with all of this information? You mentioned knowledge. How are you going to use it moving forwards?
I can't imagine now not doing what I'm doing. It's when I started it, if somebody had said it would become a way of life, well, you did. And I did think, yeah, there we go, let's see how we go. But actually, it is a way of life. I don't see myself stopping it. I know what I can. It's not even what you can eat. I know how to balance what I eat. I think that's probably the best way to say it. Everybody sees it as a restriction. It's not a restriction. You're just teaching people how to live healthily and properly. And when you've had the results I've had, it is literally what I do now. I can't imagine not getting up and making that smoothie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eating all the stuff I eat, it's really, really nice. And I have treats. We go out and it's fine, but I know how to balance it the next day and not continue doing it. And I feel better for doing it. So I'll just continue.
Fantastic. You mentioned briefly there about one of our very first conversations. And I talked about where I thought you would be.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts then when I said you'd be in this sort of position? Did you think I was a little bit crazy in saying that you'd be able to achieve all this in such a short period of time?
I just thought you were very positive. So you get up and I did get up, make a cup of tea, 2 sugars, breakfast, everything was sugary. And suddenly you're looking at something that actually you're not even particularly going to eat fruit. And you think, wow, I like vegetables. I'm not a picky person, but how is this going to become what I do? You're talking about a yogurt, and I thought yogurt involved like strawberry flavor and peach flavor and nice things, and suddenly it's plain. It had never crossed my mind to do some of the things. So I thought, okay, I'll stick to it because I've signed up for this, let's do it. But I probably won't be able to wait to go back to a nice sugary cup of tea. The thought of it makes me feel sick now. I did not think at all that this would be the outcome, but I am really pleased that it is.
Fantastic. What would you say to people who are where you were? Because where you were, it sounds like you were maybe running on
sugar
without even realizing it,
without even knowing. And I think I find it really quite scary. I obviously have a lot of people around me, and because of COVID and the current situation in the world, some people I've not seen for a long, long time, to be honest. And they're, oh my God, you look fantastic. Like you're really skinny, you're really toned. What on earth have you done? And you start to tell them. And I find it quite scary that people go, oh no, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. That like it's not sustainable, it's too hard, or everyone's got loads of excuses. And do you know what my advice would be? Get a grip and do it. Because actually it's the only way you're going to do it. It's the only way you're going to make a change. And if the change is how it's been for me over the 60 days, it'll be the best thing you ever do.
Yeah.
I feel like I have completely got control going forward of how I want to look, how fit I want to feel, and what I want to do.
Fantastic. Amazing. Like I said, Sam, it's been an absolute pleasure. I know you've got Pardon?
I said it's been really good. I've absolutely loved doing it.
Fantastic. I'm really pleased. I know you've got a super busy week ahead. We've spoken about it before we started. Yeah. So all the best for this week. I know we're going to keep in touch. You're going to be a strong member of the group we have.
Definitely.
So I know we'll be in touch again in the future. Sam, thank you for your time this morning. Have an amazing week.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Bye.